Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series, Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves, Lord Kevin Plunder himself, Ka-Zar. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, Build-A-Figure Marvel's Zabu assortment numbers 4 and up. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Marvel print Legends series, nice big window showcasing the figure and his accessories and Build-A-Figure piece. Marvel Ka-Zar Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. Nice artwork of Ka-Zar on this side. Same artwork of Ka-Zar on this side. And on the back, same artwork but much bigger of Ka-Zar. And there's a dinosaur behind him. It looks like a T-Rex maybe. So here on the back we've got Ka-Zar Marvel Legends series. In a lost world full of prehistoric dinosaurs, Ka-Zar performs heroics as Lord of the Jungle alongside the saber-tooth Zabu. There it is again in some other languages. Build-A-Figure. There is the completed Build-A-Figure with numbers corresponding with which part comes with which figure. And we also have the cross sale here. Superior Iron Man, who comes with none Build-A-Figure pieces. Black Winter Thor, Wolfsbane, Ka-Zar, Red Widow, Icarus, and Cable. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Attention! Especially don't stick things in your French pie hole. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Marvel print, small fine, legalese, made in China print, symbol. I do know that symbol. That's Hasbro print. I don't know why I was going to say that. Just have it, I guess. So there we have it, my friends, a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up, here's the Build-A-Figure piece. Nice molded details, and we'll take a closer look at it when I review the completed Zabu. Next up, we have his spear. Looks like it's molded in this brown plastic, and it does have some nice molded details in there, some wood grain going on, and then it's got a paint app right here for the rope. Unless this may be a separate piece, it looks like it is. This may also be a separate piece as well, and you can see where it's a very primitively made stone spearhead. So very nice looking. I like it. Now we've got handy dandy tweezers to help us take a look at the rest of the accessories. So here we have his, looks like a Bowie knife of some kind. And it's molded in this silvery gray plastic. And then it's got this gold paint app on it. Nice molded details there in the handle and in the blade. So very cool looking. Then for some reason we have, well, there's 2 extra sets of hands, and for some reason one set of them is trigger finger hands. So nice molded details. I don't think this is anything we haven't seen in the line before. A little bit of mold mess up there where it came out of the mold. It's on up and down hinges, and all that applies to this one as well, except for the mess up where they took it out of the mold. They cut it off on this one. All molded in this skin tone of plastic, or peach, light peach, I don't know. Caucasian-y colored plastic, I suppose. And then next up we have fists. Nice molded details, molded in the proper color plastic, in and out hinges. And again, I don't think these are something we have not seen in the line before. I think these have been around for a while. And it makes sense for that to be reused. They work across a lot of stuff. So let's take a look at the figure himself. And it looks like the main part of the head and the hair are separate pieces glued together. And the hair does seem to have not really a wash in it, but it does have, this doesn't even look like dry brush. It may be some attempt with the inkjet or face printing technology that they use. Now maybe they've expanded it to the hair as well. That's more what it looks like to me, but nonetheless it does add some depth in here and helps some of the details stand out. And the eyes look really good, nice and crisp, and then there's some shading under them and over them as well. The eyebrows, the lips, looks like there's some printing on the face. I can see it. I don't know if you guys are seeing it on camera. Maybe some like stubble is what it's supposed to be. It's on this side, not as much on this side. So there is that. And for the most part, this guy is molded in the correct colored plastic. It's got a little bit of a paint app right here, and possibly a wash. Yeah, it looks like a wash in here. Got a loop right here. And I have to say, this is molded pretty darn well. Got some wash in the top of the boots right here as well. And overall, I have to say, it's pretty nice looking Ka-Zar. Much better than that last one they did. Now we just got to get the Shane of the She-Devil, and that trio will be complete. So let's take a look at his articulation. He's on hinge and ball, and he doesn't really look up much because the hair does hamper that a bit. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck. Not a whole lot of waggle because of the hair. He can do the full exorcist. Butterfly joint at the shoulder, although I don't know why, because it only goes back that far and forward that far, so it's pretty useless. 360 degrees of rotation there at the shoulder, and he can raise the arm up pretty well past 90 degrees. Cut at the upper bicep for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow, and gives you that much bend. And then it looks like this part of the arm is glued on, and it's glued on. It doesn't rotate there, but there definitely is, you know, where this is separate pieces. 360 degrees rotation at the wrist, on in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on this side, and they're like the splayed out, reaching, grabbing type hands. Standard ab crunch, hinge in the abdomen, bends back that far, bends forward that far. No hula, no left and right, none of that. No ball joint in the waist either. Just a straight cut, and it does give you a full 360 degrees of rotation. At the hips, he gives you that much of the splits. You can see that's trying to pop off. He can kick forward approximately 90 degrees, I'll say. And this gets in the way a little bit, but not really too bad. He can move his leg back maybe about a half a step. Cut at the upper thigh for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinless knee. And it gives you that much bend. Cut at the mid shin for a boot cut, if you will. At the ankle, tilts down that far. Tilts up really far, wow. And forward facing pin for rocker. Now, as far as his weapons goes, only one piece has storage, and I almost missed this. I thought this was just like a piece of tie hanging down, and then I realized, oh wait, it's a loop, and the knife fits right in there pretty good, because I was gonna ding it for not having a sheath for the knife. And even though it still doesn't have a sheath, at least it has a strap for the knife to store away. So I like that. That, my friends, does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends series Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves Ka-Zar with the Marvel Legends series Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves Zabu Build-A-Figure, and the Marvel Legends series Sauron Build-A-Figure Waves Sauron Build-A-Figure. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves Ka-Zar, or Lord Kevin Plunder. With our final Marvel Legends series comparison making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, from Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series Zabu Build-A-Figure Waves Ka-Zar, or Kevin Plunder, Lord Kevin Plunder, I have to say, a new version of this guy has been a long time coming. I did not get that original multi-pack that had Ka-Zar, Shayna, and Zabu in it, but I've seen the pictures, and this is a vast improvement over that figure, because Marvel Legends wasn't great looking at that time. But I do think I think this one is fitting of Ka-Zar, and I do like it. It's, it doesn't have a lot of deco on it, but what there is, like especially on the face, it looks really, really good, I think. Of course, it's not all sunshine and puppies. I really think that Ka-Zar should have come with standard C-grip hands on an up and down hinge rather than trigger finger hands, because these trigger finger hands really don't grip his spear properly. It's too loose of a grip for that spear to get a lot of good poses out of it. And I mean, if that's really my one big complaint about this figure that really doesn't work for him, is the fact that it's trigger finger hands rather than standard C grips. But if he'd have gotten standard C grip hands, it probably wouldn't have had an up and down hinge. So, trade-offs, I suppose, my friends. But Ka-Zar isn't a character that I followed avidly, but I always loved it when he showed up in Avengers, or especially in X-Men, which is where I remember a lot of what I know of Ka-Zar. you know, is from his appearances in the X-Men. And, you know, I always appreciated it when he showed up. I thought he was kind of a cool Tarzan-esque type character who lived in the Savage Land with dinosaurs and you know, the mutates and all the other guys who like to visit, like Terminus and the High Evolutionary and Magneto. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some folks. You know, there were some dudes who wanted to pillage the resources of Savage Land too. But again, it's not like I was an avid Ka-Zar reader when I was a kid or anything, but you know, he did catch my imagination when he showed up, and just about any time anybody went to the Savage Land, he did show up. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.